work in the realm of things that are hard to articulate in straight up words, I think. And so I kind of, my pieces, I think, ask the viewer to take a step back and not try to say, what is it? And just be with the work and be with what the energy might be of the work and understand it on an emotional level. Just go into a different space in their head of just being with a form that they really, that you don't know the whys or the whats. It does something else. And I'm really interested in that, conveying that. My name is Frantz, and I am a ceramic artist. I've been working in clay for 20 some odd years, and it's a labor of love. I do mostly sculpture, although I kind of veer off into the world of functional pots when I need a break from sculpture, when I just need to switch gears, and I love that too. What was the inception of my love for ceramics? That's kind of a funny one. I mean, the basic answer is I took a class and I fell in love with clay. I couldn't get over the tactile quality of it. It just spoke to me in a way that other artistic mediums haven't. But I also think that in a deeper sense, you know, I kind of backed into ceramics. I was always an artist, always a ceramic artist, and it just took me a long time to be honest with myself about who I really was. And then when all of that came together, it was like, it was just so obvious that this is what I should be doing with my life. Because before that, I worked in the field of conservation, and I did a lot of things. And actually, my first class for ceramics was, I was standing in line to get a bagel before work, and there was a bulletin board there, and there was an advertisement for clay classes, and I'm like, oh, I should do that. I think I'm gonna do that. And so I called the guy, and it was, he had moved to DC from Mexico, and he had lived his whole life in a village where everybody was a potter. And so I'd go over there with a friend of mine twice a week, and he taught us how to throw. And that was kind of the beginning of it. So
are all the stain that you put, all these are all the same, rare earth mineral?
Nope, I'm just trying with the pink because
You want pink?
I kind of want pink.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of different, I'll show you just.
This is fascinating.
Yeah, how did I find out about the Cobb Art and Ecology project? It was word of mouth, actually. A woman who runs the Peters Valley Resident Artist Program came to work with us at University of Massachusetts at Dartmouth for a couple of weeks as a visiting artist, and she and I became friends, and she knew about Cobb. And so she kind of looked at me and she's like, that would be a really great place for you. And I had never heard of it before. And just talking to her, I said, you know what, I'm looking for a residency for the upcoming year. So it was perfect timing. And the deadline for the application was something like 2 weeks from when I learned about Cobb. So I really kind of scrambled and got my application in, and I'm so glad I did. It's an amazing place. Not to mention the people that I've met here, which is the other major part of this, are the friendships that I've made and the connections that I've made have been so meaningful. And so that's been wonderful. it's exciting. It's like opening a Christmas present, you know? And I'm discovering that the lower layers got a little less soda, and they look pretty good. And this is the key, is to put the bricks back in order so the next person knows how to stack them. For me, this is a new process, so I think sort of abstractly, I'm just hoping to learn something. And the pieces that I put in here, I kind of just, you know, I'm going to get a lot of information from them about the process. I'm certainly not hoping for anything close to like perfection or where things might end up if I keep doing this process, because I'm not there yet. But I think I'm getting what I hoped for. I'm pretty excited about the results. I think there's a lot of information and a lot of things that I can sort of tweak, and next time I do with soda firing, I'll have a really good idea of the changes I want to make and the things that I want to keep. And that's pretty much what I hope for. That's good. That's a good thing. This is in the category of an amazing artistic adventure, which I very much needed. I think in order to really deepen your practice as an artist, not just me, but anyone, you have to move around and you have to experience new environments and you have to explore and keep your mind moving. And maybe for some people it doesn't have to be travel, but for me, that's a great way to let my ideas sort of shift around in my head until I come up with what I want to do with those ideas, and changing situations and seeing things in a new way, or just seeing new things, that works for me in terms of just, you know, staying on top of my creative interests. And so yeah, my whole thing is, you know, little paintings on the side of a cup. So that was my concept or idea behind all this work, is to make little abstract paintings that are sort of amusing and you can drink out of them and look at them, and yeah, so anyway. Some of them turned out great. Some of them I'm like, you know, it's like your classic firing. Like some things are like, oh, and then other things I'm like, I could do better. But there are some that are pretty interesting to me. So I'm really excited about that. There's some wild ones, and then there's some less wild ones, but some of them turned out, you know, kind of, but I think they're cool. They're kind of fun. And I like the form, so that's good. I love this because it reminds me of like a dandelion after they've gone to seed, these little puffs. So it's kind of cool. It's simple. I mean, but I think the proportions, like, you know, it's a soup bowl, maybe. What would you put in that? It's kind of deep. And so for me, it would be good, maybe it's like a cereal bowl. Cereal. I don't eat cereal, so I don't really know. But, or nuts maybe, but that's a lot of nuts. Anyway, I haven't figured out the proportion on bowls yet. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Something. Salsa? I don't know. But yeah, I'm really happy about all this. It's good. What does success mean to me? Damn, I think that answer has probably changed over the past several decades of working. At first it was like, oh, I want to, get on the cover of Ceramics Monthly, and that I wouldn't mind that, that would be cool and everything. But I feel quite successful now, because, my studio practice has become this grounding force for me. Like, I know that I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm doing sort of what I was made to do. And that's pretty successful. I mean, I'm pretty happy. I don't know. That's really cliche. And I'm not gonna lie, like, if I were to sell my work and, get it out there in the world, I don't wanna, slip on a banana peel and have my kids have to deal with, mounds of crazy sculptures. So that would be bad. I don't make art to go into a box so that no one will ever see it again. It's a language. So I am saying something, I'm interacting with the world, and I'm wanting to communicate something that I feel isn't really best expressed in words. It's expressed in a visual language. And then, of course, ceramics is a very, very disciplined medium. In some ways, you have to understand the material and the chemistry, and there's a lot of technical knowledge that goes into it. And then that's the fun part. When you get to that point, then you can break all the rules and do what you want to do. I kind of liken it to, if you play the piano, you have to get technically really, really proficient and understand the language of the music if you're going to improvise. And it's the same thing with ceramics. What keeps me motivated to show up in the studio? Well, honest answer, I have no idea. I'm grateful that I got put in this world and I get to be an artist. And I'm grateful for that spark that I have that gets me up in the morning, every morning. I think I'll never, never take that for granted. So many people in my life who are so remarkable. And I'm grateful for every single one of them. Like, I'm really lucky about the people in my life. Yeah, and I'm grateful for my daughters. I'm grateful for my health. I'm a lucky girl. Dang. Fundamentally, it's the spark of creativity and the people who who I'm swimming alongside with in this world. And I know there's going to be more. So it's amazing.